Good morning. I am at Gyeongju National Park and I have about a half an hour's march in front of me to get to, actually I don't even know I have the mask on. I'm here by myself to get to Sinseonsa temple. This one's kind of one of those ones that's out of the way. It's about 200 meters apparently on a really steep grade. So a guy that I just drove by said that it's going to take about half an hour to march up. Whew. And yeah, he was telling me that there was a parking lot here, and so I didn't know where he was talking about. I drove right by it and onto a trail that the car did not like. Started losing traction and had to come down very, very carefully. It's actually the trail that I'm on currently. So, whew, gosh. This is gonna be crazy. And then beyond that, I don't know if I said that correctly. I just read the sign. I'm in Gyeongju National Forest, which is the town I'm in. Man, this is crazy. Well, don't want to step on that guy. Oh, speaking of which, that was a caterpillar, like one of those hairy ones. Just came across a sign that said to beware of some sort of snake, look like a viper of sorts, and then to beware of hornets. At least that's what they look like, particularly the nest. So I think if I just stay on the path, I should be good, unless there's a viper sunning for heat. But I'm in the shadows and it's fall, so, or maybe it's winter that you shouldn't have to worry about them. But anyhow, starting to see the first switchback. I'll check back in a moment, maybe when I get there actually. Whew. This is gonna be a tough half an hour. If that old man could do this in half an hour, he's really healthy. All I could see when I look straight is the road in front of me. Like, I have to look up to see the road. Oh man, craziness. Anyhow, it is really pretty. So it does have that going for it. And I'll check back when I check back. See you in a moment. Good morning and welcome back. I am at the Sinseonsa temple, and the main attraction is right behind me, as you can see. It is the stone carved Buddha. There's actually a couple around here, and there's actually some prayers written on the walls as well. At least I think that's what they are. I'm not 100% sure. In the background, I don't know if it's coming up on the speaker or not, or on the mic or not, but there is actually a recording playing over and over again of a prayer. This is part of the Sikkim Hermitage. So people actually hike a whole trail, and I actually saw the trail on a map. And what's funny is that when I was down below, I was like, oh, I think it's about 500 meters. It was 500 meters to a map to tell you that the whole trail to get here is 1.7 meters long, and this is in the middle of it. And so this is the grotto, as they call it, the Sanginam grotto. And to the left of it, over on that side, right around the corner of that rock, this rock right here, is the temple. This is actually the 199th Korean national treasure, and it is a trek to get here. Like the guy said at the very base of the mountain, a guy told me that it was gonna take about a half an hour to get here. Yeah, that guy was fit, because I am not fit, and it took way longer than a half an hour to get here. It's like embarrassingly late right now. I was somewhat on time on my schedule today, but this is like blown me out of the water now. So I've already contemplated what I kind of want to not do today in order to make this happen. And that was a judgment choice. When I was halfway up the trail, I'm like, no, I already gave up on one thing that was a hike. Not doing it again. I'm gonna make it up to the top of this, and I am so happy that I did. This place is gorgeous. Like, again, they just find these perfect places to put temples, really. I can only imagine the faith of the people that come here to pray. I am here by myself, thus no masks. Like, there's no monks, there's nobody. Like I said, they have a recording playing because there's no monks praying here. And it's funny because there was this like full summit moment for me where I was coming up and then I heard prayers. I'm like, oh my God, I'm almost there. And then I round the bend, and it's actually a rock that told me that there was still 200 meters to go. And they had speakers playing the prayers. I was kind of defeated there. That was really heartbreaking, but I mean, it's awesome to be here. And the fact that I have the whole place to myself is pretty amazing. It is really far up though. Like, you could see the entire valley below, and it's such an incredible place. There was a little dog action at the very beginning. I don't know where it's like a stray dog just came out of nowhere and started barking at me. But as soon as I entered the temple area, the dog stopped and walked away. So just be aware that if anyone else is coming here, that there might be some stray animals there. I did run into the hornets that I was talking about. They are about as big as your pinky, so quite large. Maybe a little smaller than that, but that wasn't pleasant. I just walked around them, but you could clearly hear them. Yeah, just getting here, everything was just splendid. The temple side is really pretty. Most of the stuff is actually outside. I don't know what's actually inside the temple because all the doors are closed and everything's locked up. As would be expected, there's no one here. So there are some like prayer mats and stuff laying around, and I'm sure people come here to pray. I don't know how frequently. I'd quite wonder. Literally, when I got here, there was 2 cars parked at the ranger station that I parked at, and no one to be seen anywhere around. The guy that was leaving was actually, I think he had like the last house on the street before the national park, and I parked right behind him, thinking that that's where I had to park, and he told me, hey, if you're gonna go to that temple, you might as well park as close to the temple as possible. He spoke really good English as well, for an older gentleman as well. People here are so nice. Like, they're just so helpful. Because, I should say, he started off with, hello, where are you from? Which, not in Korean, mind you, in English. Hello, where are you from? And I'm like, America? And he's like, oh, okay, why are you here? And I said, Sinseonsa temple. And he's like, okay, you're not going to want to park here. Go about 300 meters up this road and park there. So that's what I did. Like, and I'm so happy that I did, because the march up here was harsh, and adding that extra 300 meters would have been even harsher. So props to just the natives of the land, right? Like, people who lived around here. So friendly. Like, it's not happened to me once yet where, I mean, I know I have to look lost at times, and oh no, that's a lie. I'm sorry. At Taco Bell, a girl walked up to me because the Taco Bell ordering machine wasn't in English, and I couldn't figure out how to get to the next screen. So props to that girl. Like, but this is the first time that a guy in a car, no less, stopped, rolled down his window, and helped me out. Like, that is awesome. I hope I run into a lot more of that. And it just reminds me of how, like, the last time I was here and I got lost on a mountain like such, that a group of high school girls literally just like led me by the hand back onto a bus that they just got off the bus, put me on a bus that was going the opposite way of where they just got off of, took me back into town, said, here you go, that's your hotel, thank you. Or I said thank you. They all got back on the opposing side bus to go back to where they came from. Like, that's amazing. The hospitality of some of these places is just so great. But I digress, and I really got to get back to the car now to try to keep my schedule. But it's been such a pleasure to be here, and I look forward to seeing what's next.